Live and recorded content is nothing new, but it's taking a new dimension in the age of TikTok Live. Of course, you've heard of Snapchat and the rest of the streaming platforms. Why go to an event if you can watch it later? It's not a very good message, is it? It's much better to have something instant, live, something raw. You can't actually repeat it. You can't actually go back to it. So you got to be there. That's the message this week. We're looking at the difference between live streaming, raw content, exciting new platforms from a B2B perspective, not just B2C, and how it applies to you. Welcome to Weekly Marketing Thoughts with CTG Intelligence, your weekly look at marketing, PR, business development for your business and your career. Please hit that thumbs up button below and click subscribe for more content just like this.
I want you this week to think not, oh, what's the best practice, but actually, how could this apply to me now or in the future? Because everyone's got to be first. Now, everyone's going to be first to use, let's say, TikTok live streaming for a B2B purpose. Someone's probably already done it, but have they done it in the security sphere? I don't know. But could it be you, and what could you use it for? And it's not like live versus recorded as the debate is new. We see it all the time, especially in the last pandemic months, where people send you a message, come to my webinar at 12 noon, or I'll just have it recorded afterwards so you can see it indefinitely. So don't actually bother coming to the webinar. We've all seen that, right? And it's a very bad idea to do that kind of dynamic. But it's a bad idea because it reveals the difference between live and recorded content. There's a place for recorded content. I mean, there really is. You can record a security workshop, which has key lessons and learnings for people to go back over, make notes, things that people are truly going to get value out of that way. But there's a reason why an event is there. So let's say it's a closed shop event. Let's say it's on high net worth individuals and you get someone extra special who would not speak in front of a recorded audience, who does not want to be quoted. The same would be true of kidnap and ransom. No way they're going to be recorded or even photographed. So the live and recorded dynamic remains. But what I want you to think about is, since LinkedIn is getting really, really spammy, and let's face it, organic reach on LinkedIn is about to just disappear. The reason LinkedIn is letting you spam is so that in response to you spamming, they can ask people for cash to provide access. Imagine if you had the organic reach you have on LinkedIn on other platforms. It'd be amazing. It's like Facebook in 2010 or Instagram in 2015, 16, I don't know, roughly around that time. So you got to think to yourself, all right, why is that spammy? And it's spammy because it's not adding value. So bear with me here. Live versus recorded is a debate that won't go away. It's the same with, why on earth would you attend an event? You'd attend an event to meet people, to be part of an experience, the aura of the artwork, as Adorno, Theodore Adorno. Look him up, no problem. Now, think about where you could use TikTok, and TikTok in specifically live streaming. It's part of a wave of unpolished content. A lot of people say, well, it's only for teenagers. Oh, it's only for, boys and girls singing, into a hairbrush. You would have done it in the day into a mirror. Now you're singing into a live stream, and maybe you got 3, 4, 5 fans. And yes, there is some nefarious content on there. I'm not going to lie. But most things like this start in a nefarious way or in a suspicious way, and then they go mainstream. So not only have you got to plan to think, my security business, how am I going to create unpolished, genuine content? So, don't go on there and, put some sort of swanky marketing video. Hey, it might work. I just don't think it will. It doesn't kind of follow the narrative. But you've also got to think, when you're live streaming, do you go in a polished format? Do you set up a stage? Do you put a platform up there? Do you put backups to make sure that you don't, get the plug pulled? Have you got your bandwidth? Have you got, separate audio feed? What about display monitor to make sure that you're doing everything you need to do? This type of live streaming, this has been going on for a long time. Have you been watching it? I don't know. Has it been adding value? That's the key. So if you look at a lot of the unpolished live content, especially on TikTok Live, okay, yes, some of the stuff is nefarious. Some of it is saying, look at this and subscribe because whatever nefarious thing you want is out there. But there's other things where, for example, someone is doing a live chat on the insurance you might need in this circumstance, or there are doctors out there saying, here's how not to think you have problems, or here's how to differentiate real from imaginary problems. So sure, you need some equipment, you need a stabilizer, probably, just, or a stable hand or a stand or something like that, but you're going to have to think about adding value, making people feel welcome. Just as I do with my events, I will see who is in the room and acknowledge they are there. So if you go on TikTok Live, be careful, right? Be careful. But if you go on TikTok Live, you'll see that every single new person comes in, especially when someone is live streaming and they've only got 3 or 4 viewers, they'll acknowledge the new person. If people are making comments whilst you're speaking, see them there and do react in live, real time. What about thinking about dragging one audience to another platform? You might have built a really good Twitter following. You can live stream on Twitter, right? So why don't you cast whatever you're live streaming to another platform to bring an audience across? Yeah, I know everyone's saying, oh, what if TikTok goes away? Yeah, what if Facebook goes away? What if LinkedIn goes away? It doesn't really matter. It's eyeballs. It's a community. And in a way, I thought about this, right? The way you speak with talking points and not a script is reminiscent of the quantum video channel. That the people that operate on the QVC are very good at speaking. I'm not just talking cutting out their ums and ahs, but they know where they're going, they know where they're going to go, but they're adding value. They are trying to say, this is a necklace, and you have a pain point in that I know you need this necklace because, and the reason you're not fulfilling the purchase of your necklace or as a gift or whatever is because X, Y, and Z, right? You can do B2B in this scenario because you can touch upon pain points. Pain points, just as the live recorded debate, it won't go away. And think about some of the weird and wonderful things you can do. It doesn't have to be TikTok Live, right? I'm just using that as an example, but augmented reality means that you can play with your face. You can, I don't know, put something seasonal on. Yes, sure, there's some underhand things you can do by basically altering yourself and your voice in real time. But I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about ways to add to the experience. And here's a fun one. You can give the person who's casting the live stream a gift. But a gift, yeah, sure, that could be for their own pocket, but a gift could also be for a cause. There's a lot of live things you can do, okay? There's a lot of things you can do. So just make it valuable to your audience. A lot of people from the kindness games who we'd love to see on TikTok Live. It'd be cool, right? Lee Orton does an excellent job. You see how those events, they are events, they've taken off, but they are recorded. And I think there's an added dimension we can get there. So whatever you do, think of how you can add value to your audience. Me, I'm not setting myself up as some sort of guru. I'm simply someone that organizes events. So I have a preference for live events, right? So you might get where I'm coming from. But also, I'm someone who can see this tidal wave of live B2B coming somewhere near you. Yes, some people are really hesitant to put their staff members out there as, figureheads, but there's no reason that you can't do it. Forget chief executive officer, chief engagement officer.